Let's get more with Jared Holz, healthcare strategist at Mizuho. Jared, great to see you in person. Does this change anything when it comes to your view of compounded GLP-1s?
Not really. I still think this is going to be a push-pull for a number of years, whether it's, administrative additions that we're seeing on a daily basis, or whether it's, what comes out of Lilly and Novo with respect to manufacturing and the supply chain, things of that nature. So it doesn't change it a lot, but I don't think we should be surprised at the volatility as it relates to who's appointed in the administration, who's in and who's out, because it's having such a profound impact on all these stocks. So
we have a much fuller picture now of who's where within HHS and its various agencies. For the stocks, can we now say that the sell-off was overdone? Was it warranted? Where do you stand?
Yeah, I think it was overdone for sure. There's a lot we don't know about exactly what practices are going to be put in place, by whom and when. It does seem that there was a lot of shooting first as far as what we initially thought with respect to, the various nominees that we heard last week. But now I think we can kind of breathe a sigh of relief that there are, some of the personnel changes that are going to be taking place are more pro-science, pro-innovation. I think big picture, when we look at the DOGE team, even though they're looking to reduce costs across the board, at least they've got Vivek in there who, made his fortune off of biotech, which I think when you take a step back and, consider everything, that's a big win.
Jared, you just talked about the sell-offs being overdone. So it's Lilly, it's Novo. Why do you think Novo acts so poorly relative to Lilly? Lilly's still up 30% of the year. Novo's round-tripped the entire move. Novo, a little cheaper, but lower growth.
Yeah, totally. It's been a fascinating stock. It's basically flat on the year, right? I think two things. One, they're kind of alluding to teens growth for next year, and I think the street was looking for 20 or above. So I think the reality is they're not going to be growing as fast as we thought. Maybe that's conservative, maybe not, but a sub 20% growth number for next year, I think is a big deal, just in light of how well the stock had performed to date. And then secondly, they've dropped the ball on the oral, I think, as investors look at it. Now, I think if you talk to the company, they're probably more positive behind the scenes, but you need an oral GLP or an oral weight loss drug, I think, in order to compete big picture. And it doesn't seem like they have the best option. So I think those two reasons.
Jared, so strip away the elections, and I think we've all said one way or the other that there was an extreme move, and we have to reassess, and you can already see that in the IBB. It's 6% off of after a 12% straight down. But imagine it's before elections, before we knew any of this. As you're looking at either the vaccine makers, or you're looking at traditional biotech, or you're looking at, call it the fully integrated kind of big cap pharma names, where do you want to be? Because we were starting to see laggards like Bristol Myers really start to outperform. We're starting to see Novo and Lilly really pull back. Are these trends alive and well still now that we strip all this away?
I think you've got to look at Lilly Novo first as big winners that have really come in, I think, on two things. One, the quarters weren't great, right? You need to blow people away in order for the stocks to go up. They did not do that, and now we've got this uncertainty politically. I think at the end of the day, it's going to be fine. The demand curve is still pretty amazing, and they'll do well. I like commercial biotech companies, that are either close to market or on market with assets that pharma may be interested in at some point. I think the M&A trade in this space is very, very
alive and well.
Alive and well, and will probably pick up. And I think a lot of investors are very keen to it. I think those are where I would go first, and then you can kind of go, down the cap structure, probably into next year.
Viking Therapeutics, is that solidly in there, exactly what you just described? I mean, it's had since the election, a pretty difficult go. Do you think things have changed?
Yeah, this GLP-1 trade has been really fascinating, right? It went from euphoric, and now no one wants to touch it because of what RFK and others might want to do in terms of preventative medicine and some of the rhetoric along the lines of being not so pro this space. So I think we have to take that into consideration. I think the issue with Viking, I think, is pretty simple. I think most investors believe the only way that they can be successful is if they are acquired, that the business is too difficult, too expensive to run alone. So unless you get that headline that they are taken out, it's going to be a difficult run. That being said, there is going to be data through the next year or so that could, kind of reinvigorate it a bit.
I like the comment that you made in one of your notes recently about all these appointees being anti-GLP-1, that, you can't just change nutrition and America will not be obese anymore. I mean, it doesn't happen like that. It has never happened like that, and it won't.
I think they've tried. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, the entire world is organic food, this, that, and obviously every day the obesity numbers get higher. So I feel like that's a long road.
Yeah.